If you're looking for help fixing your Blackstone gas grill, look no further. Our comprehensive Blackstone gas grill repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your appliance. Blackstone griddle burner problems. If your burners are not emitting enough flame or are not lighting consistently, it could be due to an issue with airflow in the burner tubes, with the propane regulator, or with the igniter needles. Each burner tube has an air gate at the base. When your griddle is off and cool, you can examine the air gates of the burner tubes and adjust them as needed to allow more or less airflow. Keep in mind that you do need some airflow. If you block off all airflow, it could significantly damage your griddle. If the airflow doesn't seem to be the source of the issue, it could be that there isn't enough propane reaching the burner tubes and igniter needles. Follow the steps outlined above to troubleshoot with your propane regulator to see if that is affecting your burners. Lastly, your griddle's igniter needles may not be in the proper position to ignite the gas. Each igniter needle should be about 1/4 to 1/8 away from the nearest burner tube, and the needle should be pointed at a hole in the burner tube. When your griddle is off and cool, you can gently push the igniter needles into a better position if needed. This adjustment will help the burners light consistently. How long do Blackstone griddles last? Blackstone griddles can last up to 20 years or more, but the longevity of your griddle will depend on how well you maintain it. One of the most important things you can do to maintain your griddle is to regularly season it. A good seasoning layer will protect the griddle surface and prevent flaking. On top of that, you should always protect your griddle from the elements. Depending on where you live and where you store your griddle, a simple griddle lid may not be enough to keep out moisture or rain. You may need to invest in a larger, sturdy griddle cover to keep your griddle dry and rust-free. By following these preventative measures, your griddle will last you a long time. Blackstone griddle rust problems. If your griddle has started rusting, you can effectively resolve the issue by scraping off the layer of rust, scrubbing the griddle surface down, and reasoning the griddle. Of course, it is ideal to prevent your griddle from rusting in the first place. You can do this by maintaining a solid seasoning layer and storing your griddle in a dry, cool location. If you are struggling with a rusty griddle, you can fix the problem and restore your griddle. Start by heating up your griddle on high for about 15-20 minutes to loosen up the rust. Then, allow your griddle to cool before using a metal scraper to remove the rusted layer. Once you've removed the corrosion, add a little oil to the griddle's surface and scrub it down with a grill stone. After that, you can wipe the griddle down with a clean cloth to remove any additional rust particles. Once your griddle is free of rust, you can re-season your griddle. At this point, the surface should be entirely renewed and ready to go. Blackstone griddle flaking. A Blackstone griddle will begin flaking if the seasoning layer hasn't been properly maintained. By following a regular seasoning regimen, you can avoid griddle flaking altogether. The seasoning layer on a griddle is a layer of oil that protects the griddle and creates a non-stick cooking surface. Blackstone griddles do come with a pre-laid seasoning layer, but it is a good idea to lightly wash your griddle after you first open it. By doing this, you'll remove any dust or debris from the manufacturing and shipping process. Take a paper towel and dunk it in a bowl of soapy water. Then use this paper towel to wipe down the griddle surface. You don't need much soap or water for this process, and it is important to be gentle while you're washing down the griddle.